Okay, I gotta center that. That looks terrible. That's better. So, I look uneven. This shoulder is higher. Hang on. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure this looks good for you guys. What have I ever cared about looking professional? This hair is uneven. I'm not even at the moment. I need a cough drop. Where are my cough drops? Oh, right. They're next to me. I hate getting political. You guys know that. It's a comedy channel, I think. What is this channel? This is a mess. Is that a category on YouTube? Can we just start that for my channel? This is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and neither does anyone else right now, apparently, in the world. This is all one great big mess, and I feel like I've been silent about it long enough, because I'm gonna do one of my favorite things to do while talking about my channel. It's a look at how long it's been since I uploaded. Probably that like little stupid magic trick thing I did. A month. It's been a month since I talked to you guys. I didn't even talk. I just did like, it's been over a month since I did that video acknowledging what's happening on my channel, or rather, not happening on my channel. I digress. There's a lot of crazy, scary stuff going on in the world right now, and I feel like I would be remiss of my duties if I didn't like duties. I would just be. That's where I'm looking for. I would be negligent of my platform. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just being quiet when I could actually be talking about the issues and everything that's going on. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. You know? Like, I forgot what I was saying. See, because my brain gets forgetful a lot of times, so sometimes, man. Do I even have to say it by name? The virus. I'm just gonna call it the virus, because I don't know if I'm still not allowed to say the actual name, and I don't want to get in trouble with the old YouTube people. Not that I'm making videos. First, I'm not really making videos. Not that I'm making money off my videos. Anyways. But, you know. I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube because, like, whatever, they're all whatever about things. Main point I'm making is that's been affecting everyone, the virus. It's really scary, and now things have been happening with protesting, and we all know what happened to George Floyd. I don't think anyone needs a reminder. I know what happened. It is horrible what happened. I'm not saying I don't think anyone needs a reminder because I'm trying to, like, not talk about it. It's horrible. I'm not trying to, like, say, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Like, what? It's whatever. It's not whatever. It's... I don't like to curse, but I don't want to curse right now. And I know if my family heard that, they'd be like, oh, Richie, he said the curse words! He said the curse words! I don't want that to be their takeaway from this video. But the main point I want to make is that's a horrible thing what happened to George Floyd. I know what it's like, actually, because I've watched people in videos talk about how he couldn't breathe for 8 minutes, and I've had a similar experience, but not like that, and I didn't die. I wasn't being choked by another person, and obviously my experience wasn't quite as horrible because I didn't die. I'm just saying, I do understand what it's like having a hard time breathing for that long. With asthma, it was a really bad night I had, but that's not the point. And I don't want that to be the main takeaway. The main takeaway is it is absolutely horrible what happened to George Floyd. Now, of course, there's the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and that I'm behind that. I'm behind that. There's nothing else I need to say besides I'm behind that. I back that. Also, because it's Pride Month and there's this whole Operation Pridefall thing going on, cut that out. That does not need to happen. I am this close to cursing. You're about to break me, world. Or at least America. You. Getting back to what I was talking about, Black Lives Matter. People are talking all lives matter. I get what they're trying to say, but it doesn't... I also hear people's arguments for Black Lives Matter, like, right now, we say Black Lives Matter because they're not as important at the moment, and they aren't, and they should be. In fact, I mean, to me, they are. That's the thing. So, like, when people say they aren't, it's like, well, they aren't to certain people. They aren't to the authority figures, and that's the problem. And to people who are trying to... Well, not people... I don't know. And then I hear people saying, well, not all cops are bad. That's true, but the system is corrupt. And as long as we have a system that is a problem, and the cops, even if they don't want to listen to the orders, they still have to listen to the orders. They still have to... And of course, obviously, there was no order to choke a man. That was just horrible. He couldn't breathe. That man, that officer, is no. But, like, with these different protests, people are getting, like, boxed in until curfews and then being arrested instead of being given a chance to go home before the curfew. And some people are, like, like, people have heard over the, like, police radio, like, use tear gas. People are being ordered. Officers are being ordered. I'm sure they probably don't want to do it, but they're still compliant. That's why we need a freaking Batman. We need people who step outside of that the red tape and all the bureaucracy. Like, no, we have to follow the rules because it's the rules, you know. We're being ordered. That's why I feel like we need people who step outside of the law in order to uphold justice. Because just because I'm trying to... My thoughts are getting a little... Just because we have laws and a system and the way things are set up doesn't mean it's always right. Sometimes some rules are meant to be broken. Now, I haven't broken a law because, like, I'm not that kind of person. But, plus, who am I gonna defend with my asthmatic, overweight self? I cannot be Batman. As cool as that would be, I do not have the physique to be a Batman. I'm not, like, flexible. I don't have the reflexes to be Batman. I'm just saying, if there's someone out there who perhaps would like to uptake a mantle, the mantle, or take up the mantle, you know, if you have access to a bat suit and maybe you have some training and you have the body of being a Batman. I'm just saying, because the current system, the current way things are running, it's wrong. What's the other thing I was gonna say? Because I know someone who wants to be an officer, and I know they want to help the community. That's why I'm trying to say not all officers would be bad, but they would have to follow orders. And maybe we need to throw out the current system and restart. Which is why I'm kind of afraid the way things are, it's kind of us against the authority figures and sort of against the government, and It's starting to remind me of like Civil War, Revolutionary War. I'm afraid we are on the brink of war with ourselves. And this is a scary thought to me. Because I don't know what I would do. Obviously, I know what side I would be on. I'd be on the side of the people. I just don't know how I could help. I got a message from someone that made me smile. I say someone. My boyfriend. My trans boyfriend. What was I saying? So, I think we're on the edge of something. The edge of a reset. And yes, I'm messaging my boyfriend while I'm trying to talk to you guys. Because you know what? He's my number one. Granted, everything that's happening out there is so important. That's why this video is happening. I apologize for this. I just want to get this message out. But yeah, all this stuff that's happening, I've been quiet, I think, long enough. I watched a video about from The Simpsons, like talking about we gotta stay positive in these difficult times. I heard someone, my brother, coming home from my sister's, because we live in the same trailer park. Why did I get into so much detail? The point I'm trying to make is that the whole point of this video is this is a weird time we live in. This is very strange because with the coronavirus, morality's gotten low, and we gotta like look at the positive of the world. But what with what's happening with George Floyd and these protests and the police and everything, we can't ignore that negativity. So we have to try and remain positive, but while acknowledging all this stuff that's happening in the world. And it's a very weird time that we live in. We live in a fucking bug. I don't like bugs. It's just, we live in a very interesting time right now. And whether or not everything's okay at the other end, I hope so. I really hope so. And some good things have come from, like, things being canceled from the coronavirus. Not canceled because, oh, that's clearly an offensive thing. Or, like, Domino's 8 years ago got a compliment from a politician who we now know is racist, and they thanked him 8 years ago, and now, oh, Domino's is terrible. That's stupid when you think about it. When you say it out loud, oh, they got a compliment from someone we didn't know was bad. 8 years ago, they got a compliment, and thanks someone, and now we know that person is bad. So clearly, Domino's is at fault. And they work for Trump. Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. I do not like having Trump for president. Again, messaging them. That might help me clear my head a little. It's crazy. Everything is crazy. People are getting... Toto! think the band that made Africa got canceled, and I cannot imagine. Apparently, the song is offensive, but it's also not actually offensive. I'm gonna go with it's not offensive because I do really like the song. Plus, kind of. Never mind, I'm not getting into all that right now. But like. We need to find a balance because there's just so much. There's so much craziness. We are more fractured than ever, and we need to, at least the citizens, we need to stand tall in pride, we need to stand tall in pride and against racism and all these negative things, and we need to look at the positive of the world too. We can acknowledge that those things are there, but we don't need to let them define us. I feel like I've heard that as I was thinking, it's like I'm going to quote something and I don't know what it is. We can't let the negativity define us. Is that... Man, that's Pepsi over there. I don't have any pop. My brother's got 2 pops. Sorry, I'm getting myself distracted. Again, sorry I'm getting distracted because my man. There's a lot of hates for people who are different. It's weird because with these protests, you had the Amish, you had Batman, someone dressed as Batman, so there's Batman out there. We just need to find someone who has like nice, good armor that can actually take a few hits. We have the Amish, Batman, witches, and I think Christians all at these protests together to go against racism. Like when you have these groups that are normally like, no, it's like, whoa. You. It's like, this is so weird. We live in an odd time. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we need to keep standing together. Those of us who believe that people are valid, no matter what they look like or believe in or who they love or anything. As long as they're not trying to hurt other people, then they're, I don't want to say valid, but because that word gets so used. I already use it. As long as someone's not trying to hurt anyone else and they're okay with other people, then I'm okay with them. Example of someone I'm not okay with. Donald Trump. Example of someone I'm really okay with. Jack Black, because on his Jablinski games, or as he likes to say, Jablinski games. There's my Jack Black impression. Sorry, Jablinski Games impression. On his Jablinski Games channel, they actually went out. He showed himself going to a Black Lives Matter protests. And I think that's awesome. He's using his platform to promote this movement. I just wish that there was more we could all do. Because me making like a 15-minute long video, 19. I didn't expect it to be this long. Me making the video this long, talking about like, yeah, we've got this. We can change things. We just need to stand together. I know things are looking weird. We do need to acknowledge the bad, but we also need to look towards the good. Like say, Ratchet and Clank, the new Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna do a nerdy news. I'm gonna end up doing a nerdy news. If any more freaking nerdy stuff gets announced, I'm doing a nerdy news and I will geek out. You know what? No, we need like... Let's see, there's the Crash story, Kingdom Hearts story, Ratchet story, freaking Michael Keaton might be back as Batman. If we get a little bit more stories, I'm doing a nerdy news. So, like, find me some stories and I'll do a nerdy news sitting here on the couch just like, let's go. Give me, like, a total of 10 stories, counting the 5 I just mentioned. So, like, just find me 5 more stories. Right? Crash, Ratchet, Kingdom Hearts, and Michael Keaton. Probably forgot some. Okay, whatever. It's a total of 10, but counting those 4, and I will geek out. But for now, this is not the time for nerdiness, though I would like to acknowledge there is good in the world. Hang on, there's a Doctor Who quote that is perfect for this. About the good and the bad in the world. That's not how you spell the word always. Hang on. Doctor Who bad things quotes. Okay, yeah. The quote from the Doctor, I do believe the 11th Doctor, yeah. Using the pictures, people did pictures with like the outfit or something of the 11th Doctor, but the quote from the Doctor is, the way I see it, every life, right now, the whole world, is a pile of good things and bad things. The good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa, the bad things don't always spoil the good things and make them unimportant. That is how I feel. And maybe that's an ignorant way of looking at things. I don't know. I just know we have to acknowledge the good and the bad together. Because there's a lot going on. And yes, we do need to make things better. But we also can take a moment to look at, hey, this person is doing this, and this is awesome, and this is a really good thing. Because if we just look at the negativity, then that's what'll fuel us, and then we'll just be mad all the time. But if we just look at the positivity and ignore the negatives, then that's ignorance, and we can't do that. But if we can acknowledge the good and the bad together in harmony, maybe we can all make it through this thing sane. Shoot, there's probably some horror movie news too. I've gotten into horror movies within the past few years. My voice is cracking too. There's a lot going on, and it's scary, and it's confusing, and we just have to stand together and... Oh, what's the word? How do I want to phrase this? If we all stand together in what we know is right, that's all I've got right now. We all just need to stand together in what we know is right. And I believe we can change the world. I've been doing a lot of Kingdom Hearts and I almost said Ratchet, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Watching, playing, and experiencing lately. That's reminded me why I love those series, because it's always been that triumph of good over evil, of the light versus the dark. And right now, these are very dark times we are in. But just because there are dark times does not mean we have to forget about the light. Whether it be the light within us or that's around us. And we have connections to other people, with the good connections to good people. We cannot, let this. We can let the people we know help us through these times. Both those series have always been about friendship and connection, like good versus evil, and how we can, if we stay connected, if we work together, we can overcome any evil, any darkness. And that's where we are right now. It might not be, my deck of cards is in this tin box that's under the camera. It's helping hold up my camera. Might not be with a card game or a freaking giant key weapon thing, but together we can stand against any bad in this world, and we can defeat it together. That's why I've always liked those series. Through my personally tough times in childhood, they were there. Whether it be divorced parents or other things that were difficult for me in my childhood. I don't want to get into every little detail of all the different things, mainly because some of it is actually personal. But with all these difficult things, losing friends, losing family members, I will say there are some of the things, but not others. Whether it be losing people or, my whole life being uprooted and things changing and everything, or even just being the lonely, weird kid at school that no one really wanted to talk to because he was obsessed with these things. Those things helped pull me through it. And not just those two, but they were like the big inspirations. There was also other things, other hero things. I've always been drawn to the hero because it's always taught me that no matter how hard it gets, if you remain strong, if you fight for what's right, you can get through any hardship, any terrible thing that comes after you, or the people you care about. You can defeat it. You can get past it if you stay strong. If you stay with the people who care about you. That's just what I've been taught through my childhood. And I hope I've inspired some people. These are the things that inspired me. The games, the movies, the TV shows, the books, because I've read books. I've read books. The music. Yeah. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I know this isn't obviously like a part of what I said I would probably regularly want to do, but I want to get this out there. I want to let the people know there's hope. There's always hope. Even in the darkest of times, there should be hope. And again, these are dark times. The year 2020 has not been kind to us. Whether it was the scare of World War III, or I don't remember what happened in February, but then there was the Corona outbreak, and then quarantine, and then Ebola came back apparently. And then there's been racism. There's been the Project Prideful. I don't know exactly, homophobia. That's the word I'm looking for. There's been all this terrible stuff, but we can beat it together. Even if we're not physically together, because of quarantine, that's us doing it all the same. We would all be doing the same thing. We would technically be beating it together by not being together. And we have things like Zoom and Skype and Facebook Messenger and Discord and whatever to keep us together. Even if we can't physically touch, we'll always be connected. That's my nose allergies. I'm not getting like that emotional, you know. You guys know I have allergies. Where are my cats, anyways? But yeah, that's the world we live in, and that's how I feel like we can get through this. Do I want there to be a war? I don't know. But I know I want the system to change. And in order for us to have a new way of doing things, maybe the old system has to be dismantled. I wish I could leave you guys in some hopeful words, but sometimes, I mean, I feel like I've said a lot of hopeful stuff, but kind of went on a down note. Okay, to quote the Master of Masters from Kingdom Hearts, may your heart be your guiding key. What I like to believe that means is, follow your heart and what you think is right, what you believe is right. And in this case, I think it's obvious what's right at the moment. I believe that everything is going to get better. Yeah. Now for that awkward reach over and shut off the camera, or at least stop recording. Thank you guys for watching. Good day, or goodbye, or whatever. Awkward ending outro.